Hi, my name's Ainsleyhenke and I'm a kinesiologist and energetic manipulator. I work with children with ADHD and behavioural issues. ADHD is one of the most poorly understood medical conditions in the world today. But despite what the experts may tell you, it is relatively easy to treat. Children often show massive signs of improvement after only 1 or 2 treatments. The bad news is, though, if left untreated, this often turns into serious health conditions later on in life. As a child, I exhibited all the symptoms of ADD. I had the forgetfulness, the disorganisation, the interrupting, the attention-seeking behaviours. By the time I was 10, I suffered from anxiety. By the time I was 14, I was sick. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't go to school. I couldn't play sport. The doctors diagnosed me with chronic fatigue syndrome. 10 years later, when I was 23, they accurately diagnosed me with an incurable autoimmune disease, which I healed myself with kinesiology. And to this day, there is no sign of the disease ever having existed in my body. I now understand that all those ADD symptoms, the forgetfulness, the disorganisation, were signposts of the debilitating disease that was going to take 10 years from my life. The bizarre collection of behaviours that medical practitioners put under the umbrella term ADD or ADHD are simply symptoms of a body under acute stress. And we can see this at children's birthday parties, and you see a normally well-behaved child have a glass of red fizzy drink, a couple of red frogs, and suddenly they're attacking other children, having meltdowns. The body has reacted to a stressor and has entered into a parasympathetic nervous system response. That's our fight or flight. The body is literally pumping adrenaline in response to the introduced stressor. Luckily for these children, the symptoms wear off after a good night's sleep. For some ADHD children, they're living at that level of stress chronically. And that's why discipline often doesn't work with these children. They literally can't help it. As a kinesiologist, when treating ADD children, the first thing we do is identify the stressor or stressors, and then we do one of two things. We either strengthen the child to cope with the stressor, or we eliminate it from the child's environment permanently. There's no such thing as a disorganized child. There's no such thing as an aggressive child. There's no such thing as a hyperactive child. These are not personality traits. They're not characteristics. They're signs and symptoms of a body imbalance, and they're a call to action. And if there's one thing I want parents, teachers, caretakers to take seriously, when you see a child exhibiting any of these symptoms, it's time to get help. There's something wrong, and it needs to be addressed quickly before it becomes a physical issue.